Good morning and welcome to the Hot Seat Podcast presents Football Talk Live. I'm your boy Shawn Xavier, and alongside the homies Earl and the Storyteller. We welcome you back once again on this fine Sunday morning, football Sunday morning, where you come in for all of our unfiltered takes, unprofessional analysis, and our expert, non-expert picks. As always, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook at the Hot Seed Podcast. And jump on over to that website, thehotseatpodcast.com. Welcome back, gentlemen. Yes, folks, we're late. I apologize.
Blame it on Earl.
Yeah, absolutely not. I was the one that was on time.
I saw your text message after I woke up. I was like, "Ooh, all right, okay, get it going." I'm gonna try not to show it in my face, but it's all of my face is showing it right now. How we doing, guys? How we feeling? How are we feeling?
Feeling blessed, man. Feeling blessed. Real quick, I like to give a shout out to everybody that came through for the annual Stories Pajama Jammy Jam, the all-nighter. I think the gentleman hosting the show got home about 3:30 this morning. So yeah, there's a reason why we got this tardiness going on, but definitely blessings to everybody that came through. It was a great time. Our boy Mr. Shawn Xavier was on the ones and twos. So many games being played, so many videos that are going to come out and some that are not going to come out for obvious reasons. Gotta sign NDAs out this joint.
Oh man.
But it was definitely a fun-filled night. I want everybody to let Earl know that he needs to make it down to one of these events because he'll see why we are tardy this morning. It is it's one for the ages. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Definitely.
Not just because it's my event. It's a good time.
I'll say this is the first time.
It's not like everybody's house party though. Go ahead.
This is the first time in I think ever that I went to one of the Stories events and I didn't have to work my professional job the next day. So yes, it was great that I didn't have any work today. It's something, right here I come for this, but I would have been no good if that was the case this morning. I was in my office and be like, nah, I'm cool, guys. I'm cool. Go ahead and rock.
Earl's favorite story punch on deck. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
No.
Shout out to that Voodoo IPA. That was really good. So it's fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, shout out to the Voodoo. Hey, real quick also before we get all the way into things. I don't know if he's on here now. I'll bless him again if he jumps into the chat. But I know Earl feels the same way. Shout out to Jay, man. He really blessed us when we were up there last weekend, especially with that hospitality, man. We walked in like we were all stars, bro. Like, yeah. If you ever held an event, I used to hold events and stuff for homecomings and stuff. But if you ever held events, about the artist rider and stuff like that. It was like we walked in with the rider and everything. I mean, bagels, had coffees, teas if you wanted it. Hell, you gonna stay for longer? Here's the pizza. I was like, God damn, we ain't leaving. Had the heated, insulated joint out.
It was a good time.
Definitely a good time. So shout out to Jay.
Mama, we made it. Mama, we made it. I ain't lying, man. Let's get right into it, man. Some college football recap. This weekend was championship weekend. A lot of conference championships going down. I really didn't pay attention because, my Canes participated in none of that. Thank you, Mario Cristobal. I appreciate you.
You want to get that? You want to get that out early?
Yeah, I just want to get that shit out early. That's all I got with that. I ain't got nothing else. You just.
Oh, okay. I thought I was going.
I ain't got nothing else. That's just the anger in me right now. Just good case. But some college football. This is where Brother Earl is going to tap in. I will say, Army won. They won their conference championship game. So let's see how this goes and how this plays. Yeah, 35-14 over Tulane. Go Army, man. Number 24 in the country.
24 with one loss. Go ahead, though.
Right, that's crazy, right? Big game of the day though was the Texas UGA game. A close game, a 3-point win by UGA, number 5 over number 2 Texas. I was just catching highlights, and and it was in overtime on top of that. So
Yeah.
Quentin Ewers, they gave him work today, man. Like, he threw the ball a lot. I thought his just from I had to go back and like read
46 times.
Yeah, man, he was throwing a lot. The running game didn't have much going on. Golden, their receiver, had about 150, 160 yards today. So they were balling out, man.
He almost had 100 in the first half.
Yeah, so that lets you know that something happened in the second half that he kind of fall up there, but Georgia tried to make it close. Texas tried to make it close, and that was it. They didn't do nothing in the second half.
Yeah, just saying that, I'll tell you again, Eras ain't it for me. I don't want him. Guy.
I was about to say the same thing.
He ain't it for me. Beck ain't it, and he got hurt. He got hurt in the first half.
I was about to say
So he I forget, they had another kid come in. And he wasn't ready.
Stockton.
Yeah, Stockton. He wasn't ready. But yeah, it just. I mean, it was a good game. It was a defensive game.
It was. Yeah.
They went to overtime.
Right.
Like I said, it wasn't like the best. It wasn't the best game. But again, because like I said, Beck got hurt. The running game, Georgia was doing anything on that.
Yeah.
Like I said, it just. I'm literally watching these games not for the excitement of it. I'm watching to evaluate. And I just want to make sure that by no means are the Giants sitting up here saying, you know what, any one of these two should go before Cam or
if you can't get Cam and Shador,
then
pick
don't
the best available.
Pick
the best available, bro. Because don't do this jumping up there shit. Because they are not worth any of those top picks.
Yeah, and it was one of those ones where Cam and Shador, they have definitely separated themselves from the rest of the pack. It's just
I feel like they've been. And to be honest with you, the next person that comes online, and I still don't feel like he in a boat, is the kid from Oregon. Like I think it's disrespectful that.
Is he coming out though?
I don't know.
I don't know if he's coming out.
I don't know. But I think it's disrespectful that even within the Heisman race, and I know we probably gonna touch on that, but even within
coming out, he's a senior.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, even within the Heisman race, like they got him, they got Genty, they got Travis, they had him, and then I think they had it was one more because usually
you're talking about Gabriel.
Yeah, Gabriel. But it was one more. I don't know if it was. I can't remember who the fourth person was, but it doesn't matter because Shador wasn't in there. And I'm like, if there's one quarterback that should be in there, it should be Shador. So
the thing with Dylan Gabriel, the quarterback for Oregon, he's another undersized quarterback. He's about 6 foot.
Mm-hmm. And probably not even really 6, probably like 5'11".
He's you can't tell, but he's listed as 6 feet. He's listed as 6 feet, which means he might be like 5'11" or something like that. Right. So I mean, his college career, pretty, decent. He's been in college forever though. He's been in college since 2019.
For real?
So the COVID year. So his first year, 2019, 3,600 yards, 2020, 3,500 yards, 2021, that looks like the COVID year. 2022, 3,100, 3,600, 2023, and another 3,500 this year. Really good touchdown to interception ratio. Oregon themselves, they talk about the big team. You're going to talk about Georgia. Somehow they try to squeeze Alabama into this playoff. You talked about your Texas and stuff like that. Oregon, man, is probably the most underwhelming, like, number one team. Like, I feel like they don't get the hype that everybody else does. And maybe just because they play out in the Pacific Northwest and, maybe they don't take them serious. I think the last time we saw Oregon in a big game like this, I believe they ended up losing. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this goes. They did beat Penn State yesterday, so Yeah, for the
I'm just thinking now, is this the equivalent, like these quarterbacks? Because I didn't know that Gabriel was in college that long.
Yeah.
So he got to be close to 25, if not. So is this equivalent now to a quarterback that goes from college to the NFL and gets to sit behind the star QB now? And the only reason why I ask is because, like, is this taking the place? Because, like, you're seeing this a little bit more. You got Bo Nix. What's the kid from that went to Atlanta? He's in that boat.
Michael Penix.
Mike Penix. You know what I'm saying? But he's actually getting to sit behind.
Right.
So he might come out of this situation even better than
trust me, he's probably starting by next year.
Oh no, He definitely only got 1 year.
We'll get to that.
He only got 1 year.
Definitely.
But I'm like, is this the thing now? You know, because you're having, and not even just that, like you're having more older players.
Yeah.
You know, that's coming out. And I'm saying older in the scheme of, you know, what it is to come in as a rookie for NFL.
Right.
Well, some of these players also, I don't think it was so much in some of these cases that you're talking about, but some of these players you're going to see do that anyway, especially if they're not on the high ranking because of the NIL alone.
Well, true.
So you're going to let that, you're going to let it ride out, build up your stats so that you can come in and be like, hey, look, I'm already ready to go.
Yeah.
I have numbers, I'm ready to go.
In a way, the NIL is kind of helping college football because it's allowing, not to say that, I mean, I would say even for basketball too, but not really, because basketball, that money look way different. But at least with the NFL, like you got cats in college that's probably going to be making more in college than they would be making in their first contract in their NFL career. You know what I'm saying?
That's correct.
So it's like, you know, it ain't no rush for me to, if I ain't ready yet, you know what?
There's no rush.
Yeah.
There's no rush. And then also, when we were talking about this one of the conversations yesterday, see what happens when you have a good get together. But I say that because we were talking about the fact of NFL not having any type of development league.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like think about all these NBA, you got G League and things like that. It's not even about all the hype. It's not all over TV. It's about developing you as the player to get into the NBA. There's nothing like that for the NFL. What you gonna say? The CFL? Nah.
I think that was the plan.
XFL was supposed to be? Nah.
Well, that's what I believe that's the plan that Dwayne Johnson and them were trying to put into play.
That's what they were trying.
And they were partnering with the NFL, but it hadn't worked out because that's supposed to be like a feeder thing for them for those lower draft picks. And I think so far I've only seen, even with this new iteration, maybe one, maybe two players I've seen kind of, you know.
But you see, the other thing about it is it was so publicized. Give you an example. The G League, even though, you know, certain people are playing in there, it's not so much of entertainment. It's truly about development. And hey, maybe you'll get noticed, but it's about development for the teams to scout you, not so much for the entertainment. XFL was entertainment. They want those people on TV, prime time, in a different time period than when the NFL plays. And here you go, something to fill that gap. That's what they were doing. That was entertainment. You get what I mean? So a true development for the NFL, that's college. That's the longer you stay in college. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
You know, oh, you're not gonna be around one, play another year.
Speaking of it, true. Well, one player that I don't see him playing another year because I don't think he could take anymore is one of the Heisman favorites this year, even though I don't think he's gonna win. The one, the only Ashton Jeanty out of Boise State, the all-world running back. Yesterday put up 209 yards against UNLV in their Mountain West Championship game, which the Boise State ended up winning. And then capping the season, that was 12-1. 12-1 on the season. This season, Ashton Jeanty has 344 carries this season, which is insane. The record for most carries in the season is Larry Johnson with 416. So the tread on this young man, I mean, he doesn't take a lot of hits. I guess that's a good thing. But man, what do you see his career looking like in the NFL? Because he's undersized. He's like 5'9". So he's one of those smaller guys. He reminds me of what's his name? Maurice Jones-Drew. Just not as stocky.
MJD.
But yeah, and the benefit of him being shorter is he can hide behind the O line, and get in and get out the holes pretty quickly. But what do you see him at, man, as far as, especially now since you're seeing like a revival of the running back position?
Well, career-wise, it was progression for him. So I don't want to paint the picture that every single year for him, he was running for 300 plus attempts. Because I'm looking at it right now. 2022 was 156. 2023 was 220, and then it got up to 344 so far this year. So I don't want it to seem like he has like almost 1,000 carries underneath him with that type of tread on him. But as far as size-wise, especially with running back, it's all about situational, where you go, how they're going to use you. Do you have a line that you're running behind, or are you with the Giants? So we'll get there. So sorry, I had to put one out there. But it's things like that. It's about that usage. Some people have the lightning and thunder type of thing. I mean, hell, look at Detroit right now, bro. Like that backfield is just, if one ain't shining, then the other one's shining. But guess what? Both of them are always shining. Like, it's ridiculous. So he land in a situation like that where he doesn't have to be the person that's running 25 to 30 times. That's something.
He will be in my opinion, because I know they got a lot to do in the offseason.
Mute your mic, girl.
Oh, my bad.
I know that
you're good.
I know that they aren't going to be able to resign everybody. He will be a person that I can see falling down over into Cincinnati. You got Joe Burrow, man, that has.
We got Cam
because you got Jamar Chase on one side. T. Higgins may not get resigned. Talking about Ashton Genty, I can see him a good fit, but him being out in Cincinnati, they need a running back for sure.
I think Cowboys.
I hope not.
Bruh. But take your fanhood out.
Yeah.
That's what they've needed.
I'm not a fan.
No. I'm talking about our hatred of them. Take that out.
I mean, if you think about it,
the
way that they'll probably fall, they're gonna fall somewhere in the low teens because they're starting to win, right? And to be honest with you, I don't think the way that let's say if they fall in 13, right?
Yeah,
there's so many other positions that people need that a running back. I think he'll be up there for I think he'll be the first running back, and honestly, that's their main need. They're not gonna get a quarterback.
No,
Travis ain't gonna be there, so it's like, why not go ahead and get this cat that he would benefit playing with y'all.
Yeah, I mean, he would benefit there, and another team. Well, a team that he's so dynamic, man. But it's crazy because he had 29 touchdowns. All of them were rushing this season. He had like only one receiving touchdown. So I wonder how the pass catching is going to look. But yes, he would be a good fit in Dallas.
And Cincy, I know you said Cincy, right?
Right.
I think they got bigger needs because one,
defensively they got a lot.
Their offensive line. They offensive line, and to be honest with you, I'm not gonna say that this is their biggest need, but they're gonna lose Higgins. So
yeah.
They can't afford him.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to pay everybody. Another game that went down. You want to go to the Jets? You want to go out there?
I said Giants. Go ahead.
Another game that went down yesterday. Pretty close game, man, was the Clemson SMU game. The game that should have had Miami in it, but they didn't deserve it. Whatever. So Clemson wins the ACC championship game 34-31, which is interesting because Clemson has 3 losses. SMU has 2 losses. Of course, this ACC champion, that means Clemson has stamped their ticket to get into the playoff. But, now is the time where you start seeing everybody, they are pitching their schools of why they should get into the 12-team playoff. I've already seen someone say like to the lines of this, it'll be criminal if SMU doesn't get into the playoff. Won't this the whole point of us having a 12-team playoff? Win your conference, get into the playoffs. Why are we having conversations about Alabama, who ain't even play in the SEC championship? Well, ain't this the point of having the 12 teams? No, maybe that's just not me. I thought it would have been, hey, look, hey, you win your conference, whatever those top 12 conference champions, that's it. That's all. We don't need a whole bunch of at-large bids. I believe there's how many conferences, Earl? Quite a few, right? It's more than 12, I think.
Yeah,
Give me the top 12. Give me the top 12. Get in there. I don't want to see a team. I know you only lost 2 games, but you didn't win your championship. Simple as that.
Yeah, I agree. I think, like, to be honest, they need to do. I don't think nobody really knows what the metrics are to get into the playoffs.
They don't know.
You know what I'm saying? And I think they need to make that evidently clear. So, like, kind of like the NFL. So, like, it should be, I think they should expand it. It should be one per conference.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it should be seeded. And then you should have, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple of wild cards. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just let it be like that. So this way, because you always going to sit up here and you have, like, an Alabama in there where you got other conferences of teams that got better records. But it's like they getting in there because they're Alabama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, too, since we're talking about this, even with these bowl games, I don't understand how are y'all picking these bowl games. Like, if the goal is to make money,
right,
and the goal is to attract viewership, why don't you put bowl games together that people want to see? I.e., you have Colorado and you have Miami. You have Cam and you have Shador. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you put them in the damn bowl game, yo?
Yeah.
And I guarantee you that would be the most rated game, highly viewed game all season. All season.
What up, Gary?
Yeah, I want it. That's exactly what he said. A loss is a loss, man. 3 losses and making the playoff is wild. Again, unless you win like your conference. Case in point, because they got everybody's like there who they think should get into the college football player. Well, this is one of the experts giving you their top 12 college football playoff picks. So I won't give the person's name, but so this is their list, though, mind you. You got Oregon, Georgia, Arizona State, Boise State, Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame, Tennessee, Ohio State, Indiana, Clemson, SMU. Didn't SMU just lose? Didn't Penn State lose? Ohio State, and I saw another one that had. It's to Earl's point. How do you who do we want in? I think it's all viewership, and then even Texas, they lost their quarterback. Didn't they give Florida State hell last year when they lost their quarterback? And they were like, you guys aren't worthy of being in the actual the bowl champ in that playoff at the time. So they ranked them down.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you up to the one team that you mentioned. And we spoke about this yesterday, Shawn.
Yeah.
And I always think that they fall, especially under Franklin in the big game. Yeah. But Penn State, I don't know if that would drop them out of that. They have 2 losses. But their loss that they just had was against the number 1 team that's undefeated, and they lost by 8 points, and they came down to the very end of the game. Yeah. That's not the same loss as some of these other cats.
No, I get that,
and I'm telling you. So I'm not saying that their thing should be dropped all the way out. And trust me, I'm one to tell you on Penn State side that they always lose that big game under Franklin. Something that he doesn't do coaching wise. What are you about to say, Earl?
But why not? And I know people are going to say, but still, we talking about records. Why not Army? Because I think Army only had 1.
Well, I was talking about. I said Army in the very beginning.
Yeah,
I said Army in the very beginning,
and they won their conference championship game. So, and that's the thing. Like,
and realize when you put these schedules together, some of these teams won't put that team on their schedule.
Right.
It's not that they don't want to be on these bigger schedules
because they know they possibly could lose.
That's what I'm saying.
Army
so
will
when
run
we even say
ass.
strength of schedule, that's even an inflated conversation because some of these teams, unless you're in their conference, they're like, oh no, did you see them last year? I ain't playing no damn Army. I ain't messing with
no
no
App State.
I'm not paying App State. That ain't happening.
It's one of those things where, man, like it devalues even more so even winning your conference at that point. Like I said, when they expanded this to 12, I knew it wasn't going to go like we thought it was going to be. So you had 12 teams, but you're still going to leave for a bunch of voters to get who they want to get in outside of it ain't even Power 5 anymore. What we got, Power 2 conferences now? Is that what we got? So you do all that for the season, and you still, you're going to end up playing in the damn the Tubi don't watch this television bowl or some bullshit like that. It's the worst, man.
Tubi coming up, son. Tubi coming up.
You ain't lying, they ain't lying. Except for that movie, The Madness, which was horrible on Netflix. On series.
Oh,
anyway, yeah, it's horrible. So I don't know, man. I get it if you lose your conference, and you in the same time you got multiple losses. That's the case for you missing it. Yeah, it is. That strength of schedule is whatever, especially in college.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, in college sports, it really doesn't matter. Because case in point, so Colorado has how many losses? 3 or 2? 3. They got 4?
3
losses. Okay, got you. So, and the reason I'm asking that question because you got Arizona State, who has 2 losses. You got the Big 12 championship game, so they should be in. Iowa State, who they played, has 3 losses now. But it's one of those things where, let's say they had like a BYU had made it to this game and had only one loss on the season, and they end up losing in this game, and you keep them out because you're in favor of an Alabama or a Penn State who lost. It's just, what's the point? Like at this point, what's the point? Just have 2 conferences, bro. Like you got the West and the East. There you go. That you got the West and the East, and go from there. Because
or if you want
to do that because of the money,
or
right.
do it like NCAA basketball. You give everybody an opportunity.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that,
play in the conference championship. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like at the end of the day, if you good. But also, it's also gonna, you don't just go off a record, because like just because you got a record, that don't necessarily mean you the best team in the conference.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And let me give y'all this. This is how you could tell I'm not even being biased in this sense. I'm actually going against my team. How you Ohio State? You got 2 losses, but one of your losses come against an unranked Michigan team.
Right.
That had no business winning the game. I think the spread at the time was over 20 points.
Damn. I got a quarterback
you lost at home.
120 yards. Go ahead.
Do you get what I'm saying? But you dropped down, I think, what were they at, like 6? Like, come on, bro.
It's
that game is supposed to
crazy.
mean something. So nah. I hear the rivalry game, Gary. Trust me. I always feel like, hey, that game we got to get up for, and they got to get up for. I hear you on that. But when we're talking about, comparing stuff, like, come on. You have another team out there, take the names away, and they lose to an unranked team, and they out of it.
Yeah.
We were an unranked team. We weren't doing nothing all year. And they lost to us. So
it just points to the professionalism of what college football is now. Like you guys pointed out, it's the money factor. It's the fact that they're taking so much of the rivalry aspect out of it, the meaningful games out of it. Hell, last week, we were talking about everything that was going on with all the flag planting and everything like that. That's college football. You can't stand that team. Michigan, I can't overstate how much they despise Ohio State. Like, so
hell yeah, and vice versa.
You can't take that out of a college game. These are still kids at the end of the day. We all had high schools. Now, my high school football team was not good at all. Not at all. But our basketball team, pretty dope. But you have, and it's still going on now, like that energy, that's what makes college football so great, because the energy in the stadium, like they are invested into that. When you take these games and you just turn them into just a money grab just to see people in front of it, and then more times than not, you end up getting really bad championship games where it seemed like the announcers are trying their best to really give you the energy, where the game itself, you can be like, I mean, we watched that national championship game last year with Michigan playing against Washington, and it wasn't from a Michigan standpoint, it was a great game. But overall, it wasn't, because they were beating the brakes off of Washington. They were killing the offensive line, and we going into it, we thought it was going to be a great game, and it really wasn't. So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. I think right now the best team far and away probably still is Oregon. All these guys, although this could be the year that Notre Dame actually, wins something, because every year they upset.
I can see a team upsetting Oregon.
Yeah.
I don't think it's far and away.
No, not at all. It's wide open. One thing is, I better not see Alabama in one damn playoff game. you have no business being there, guys.
Listen.
No business, man. Ain't no way in the hell. Like, nah. If you put Alabama in there and not have Boise State or something, come on, man. Come on. Got a one-loss Boise State team. Come on. It's bananas. Anyway, man, this is the Hot Seat Podcast, Football Talk Live, man, streaming on YouTube. Let's go ahead and pivot on over to our professional guys and just talk about some Thursday night football. Thursday night football recap. A really, really good game, man, against Detroit and Green Bay. Back and forth game, very exciting. It came down to, Dan Campbell showing who had the biggest cojones in the arena, and they end up going for it in a spot to where all the analytics and all the nerds are saying you go for the points. They went for it on like a 4th and less than 1, maybe, and end up moving close, end up kicking the game-winning field goal. Detroit, bro, stand up, all you Detroit Gary, all you Detroit fans, bro. It's been a long time coming. Like, I don't remember a Detroit team. You have to go back to the Barry years, and even then, it was exciting because of Barry. But like, this team they continue to win in ways that looks sustainable.
You
don't want that title, Gary.
This is the most complete Detroit team that I've seen. And you know what I think, even too, I think it's bigger than just the people that they have. Like, I think it's the culture.
Yes.
So, like, Dan Campbell, it starts with him.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that they have injured on that defense, and it's like they still don't skip a beat because the culture is intact.
Yep.
Right.
And you got cats coming in there like, yo, this is my job. Like, and you would have thought that they've been there the whole season. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this, no, it's the culture. So respect to them. And I also feel some type of way too, that I personally feel like they're the best team in the NFC. Yeah. Some people think it's the Eagles, but I think they're the best team in the NFC. And I ain't gonna root you. I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for them.
So if you ever want to catch up with that culture, go watch the post-game speech in the locker room.
Yeah.
And what I love about Dan Campbell is they are the same team in the regular season, also in the playoffs. Yeah. And he's one of those people where you sit back and you're like, yeah, you can yell at them when they don't make it on that 4th and 1, but you know they're going for
it. Right.
You just it ain't like an out of the blue, oh, let's just try this because of the metrics. No. Bruh, this is what it is. This is what it is. One of the biggest things what Earl brought up is the fact of all the injuries. And they still just next man up. Just, let's go.
Yeah, true.
That's what I love.
Yeah.
That's what I love. Everybody gives excuses. Oh, so-and-so's out. Oh, well, they'll be back in a couple of weeks and then we'll pick it back. No. And here's another part of it. Oh, we don't got that position? Boom. Let's go out and get it. Aiden Hutchinson's down. Oh, boom. Let's go out and get this player right here. Fill in. Right. And you're ready to go. You're ready to go. Oh, this person ain't shining today. Oh, this person's gonna pick it up.
What I like about it is the fact that they are not scheme reliant on a couple of players. What do I mean?
At all.
You can point to the 49ers. Remember when the 49ers was beating everybody, but as soon as those injuries started to pile up, it all fell apart.
Yep.
CMC is
that's
out.
a great example.
You know, you had Trent Williams is out. Debo may be out sometimes. You know, as soon as one of those key cogs got injured, they started to fall down. And you're seeing now to the point now that their battle with attrition has been lost, because now it looks like that team is proud. That window that they had of roughly about 5 years looks like it's slammed shut, because now you've lost your all-world running back / receiver.
You got the decision if you got to pay Purdy.
Yep, your left tackle in Trent Williams is on the other side of 35. He'd be 37. I think he is right now, going into being 38. Brock Purdy, they're on the side there, but I don't really think they're even sold on Purdy, man. Like, it's from reading a few things there. I don't think they're going. If they had a better record, I could see the bag coming for him, but I don't think the turnout or the result of this is not going to be what we thought it was going to be. Whereas Detroit, man, you had a game where your quarterback threw 5 interceptions, and they still won the game, bro. They still won the game. You had a game where they beat a team. It was a Tennessee game, right? They beat them by like 40 points, and the quarterback threw for like 50 yards because special teams and defense did everything for him. Like, a complete culture from a coach that, again, looks like he is with the shits every Sunday, like jacked. Like, if you fuck up in that game, or if you mess up, like Jameson Williams, I always feel like, hey, man, don't mess up, because if you got to go walk in that coach's office, it may be trouble for you, buddy.
Well, if you go into what Gary's talking about right there, did y'all see what he just posted?
Yeah.
When Gibbs put that video up, and the players back, and they went to Dan Campbell. He said, "Oh yeah, I didn't know about that." Okay. You want to talk about deafening silence?
That wasn't even the players. That was the media. They was like, "Did you see that?" He was like, "Oh, really?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was like, "Yeah." And it's funny because right after that jump, I know I was a little late. I went on Gibbs' IG. So no traces of
it. None. No, bruh. Like, what they've, and then you look at that team, that coaching staff, man, is led by the majority, a bunch of them are coaches, man. You got players, everybody from Eric Glenn and players. You got Antoine Randall L out there.
Yeah, that's what
you meant players.
Yeah,
you said coaches.
That's what he meant.
Yeah, my bad. And there was a sideline play when Antoine Randall L was talking to one of the receivers, if I'm correct.
He's about to punch him.
Yeah, he did, and he gave him that mom finger, hey,
get out of here.
One more word, like, it's accountability, man. That is what true accountability and coaching looks like. It may look different to all of the football nerds and such, but that's when you want to coach. That's what you want, man. That's the type of leader you want in the building. Accountability and respect. He holds highest regard.
Who has a similar? There's a person that has a similar type of coaching staff that's in college. That's just Colorado. Like Detroit. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I need people to understand, like, and you know what? He even made me a believer. I know sometimes, or what my worry was, that just because you play, it doesn't always translate to coaching, right? But you're starting to see that it is, and it does, and especially with this new generation, and I'm gonna even stay with the NFL too, because it's a younger generation, right? These are, and working with kids, and I'm not calling these grown men kids, but they're younger.
I got you.
Working with these individuals, I could tell you that this generation is from the show me state. Like, you gotta show, what you've done. Yeah, it ain't just blindly believing in you. Like, no, you gotta show what you have done for me to be able to say
it how it is, though. You're a leader of men, and they have to believe more than just those X's and O's.
Right.
They have to believe in what you're really laying down. Period. When that belief is gone, like, I don't care if you draw up the greatest play known to man. Like, they don't believe in it, and you'll be able to tell on the field. You'll be able to tell in practice. You'll be able to tell during the like a post game interview, and you see them sitting there like, yeah, well, ask the coach. Because they're done.
And you could tell a coach that got the room and got the respect, well, even how he disciplined them. Because, perfect example, you take a Campbell, right? Campbell will say something to you. You ain't going to see nobody getting out of line talking about they trying to fight and being disrespectful. Another player like that is your own, coach is your own cat from 7-5. Tomlinson. You know what I'm saying? And Tomlinson, Tomlin, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Tomlin, my bad, my fellow. I was gonna say Nuke, I ain't no Nuke. My fellow Greek.
Like, what?
My fellow Greek, but he be talking. I done seen him like come at some cats with some grown men, like on some like, yo, man, shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't no back and forth. It's like, yo, it's at the end of the day, you know who the alpha dog is in there, and they got a lot of respect for him that they're gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna fall on.
That shit was hilarious when they called him on taking the mic off. And the guy,
he was like, yo,
you had a mic on.
Man, shut the hell up.
Yeah. He said, yo, you were mic'd up? Oh, you a fed. Shut your ass up and get in here. I'm like, oh, it had me dying, man. And everybody
He ain't say nothing.
You know why you don't say nothing? If you looked at that man's feet, what was he wearing? All black Air Force joints. I was like, bro, that ain't so.
I respect him because he got the whole team black Air Force.
The whole team. And his joint got the crease on it too. So Mike Tomlin, there ain't no fresh pair. They got the crease in it too. So that means he ready to squabble for real.
Squabble up.
Yeah, you stupid.
Squabble up.
Man, look, before we move on, man, I'll say this. We are one loss away from looking at a undefeated, as of right now, undefeated Lions game. And that loss came in week 2 against the Buccaneers, which at the time, everybody was still like getting their feet underneath them. It's kind of like preseason. They lost in week 2 by 4 points to the Bucs, and they haven't looked back. We're roughly about 4 years removed from we were looking at a team that was like 3-13, a team that at one point lost every game in a 16-game season, to now being arguably the best team probably in the league, man. At least most complete, in my opinion, top down. I mean, you got your Chiefs out there, you got the Bills. End of the day, man, the Lions, and I guess we kind of should have seen this coming, because it kind of started last year, I want to say, when they beat Kansas City at home, and everybody thought it was just like a one-off, and next thing you know, they were 12-5 last season, 12-1 now. They got a big game against Buffalo. But hey, man, it's at some point, I believe I've been saying, man, I'm just giving them guys their kudos, man. I ain't breaking up the whole stuff. You gotta know where you came from, Hey, look, you talk about a guy that's been in hell for the last 25 years, so I appreciate it.
Listen, this is how you know you have a complete squad. I'm just looking at it real quick.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Do you know what I'm counting up?
Pro Bowlers?
No, I'm counting up how many people are on the IR.
Oh yeah, they got a whole starting lineup.
18. I'm not, but this is the thing. I'm not even counting the people that are out or questionable.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people that are on IR.
Yeah.
18. If I add in the other ones, man, that's a whole nother team.
Yeah.
Your people that are out are a whole nother team.
He damn near got a whole starting offense and starting defense that's out.
Yeah. It's rough, man. Real quick though, on the other side of the team that they were playing in the Green Bay Packers, still a very, very young team.
Fuck them, man. And fuck Reed, bro.
Wow.
Fuck Reed. Man, that nigga screwed me. Yo, you ain't getting no catches, dog. None.
That's what we doing.
Yo, 3 tickets. Three tickets. He fucked me up because 25 fucking yards, yo. Man, fuck him.
Earl, that's how you feel?
Yeah, man. Fuck
That's
them.
how you feel for real? I mean, you know what? You
That's
got
all
some.
they say.
You sure?
Yeah, fuck them
You
niggas.
sure? You sure?
And I said the N word. Fuck them.
Anything
Yeah.
else? You know what? That leads to a very. Let's go right into it.
What did you say? Say it again. Say something else. What did you say? What the hell did you just say?
What did you say, segment? I should have did that before. Earl ain't cue me up, so I had it done in there.
Shit trigger, yeah.
The Packers, still a young team, but I'll say this: Jordan Love is a really, really, really good, excellent young quarterback. But I ain't all the way in on that. He does some things. He does those things where he like, oh man, those exceptional throws and things that he does. But then he has moments where, like, damn, that's why they won't play in Jordan Love. What's y'all? Where are we at on Jordan Love right now? We still like he's one of the next rising young quarterbacks, or he's just a good quarterback and he can be who he is at this point.
I mean, I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I think he
not bad.
I don't think he's an elite, but I think he's a serviceable quarterback. I don't really have any issues with him. I feel like get him another 2 years or so. I think he's gonna be official. I think his decision making is still a little bit in question.
Right.
And the other thing is too is like, yo, you have mad weapons, yo. You have mad weapons. You have, and that's another reason why even I'm kind of tight with the with Reed. I don't have no issue with Reed, but it's just because you never know. Because they have so many different wide receivers, you never know who's gonna get off. You know what I'm saying? It's no consistency. But yeah, I don't have no issue with him. I think just give him another year or two, and he's gonna be all right.
I'm tend to lean that way a little bit, but his decision making.
He's not Trevor Lawrence.
He's not. But I will say this: at one point, man, he's up there in interceptions.
Yeah.
He's not. He's right there with Patrick Mahomes, but there's no debate there. He's having one of those weird seasons. Baker Mayfield, who's known for throwing interceptions like that, Geno Smith, and the guy we're gonna talk about in a minute, Kirk Cousins. Jordan Love, his decision making make him break with the.
But
Packers.
let me ask you this: all of those guys that you just mentioned, right?
Right.
All of them are over 500.
Yeah, no, true.
So it's like my thing is, all right, cool. You could throw an interception, and sometimes the interceptions aren't their fault. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
6 and 6.
They're 6. Okay, they're the only ones. They're 500. But sometimes the interception is not their fault. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it hits their hands and the receiver don't catch it. Sometimes it's just maybe the receiver missed got the route wrong. And then there are times where it is the quarterback's fault. It's like, yo, you should have threw it outside. Instead, you threw it inside or you threw it behind them. You know what I'm saying? So, so I'd say I don't really put too much emphasis on the interception as long as it's not causing.
That's the part there because like this and Gary points out the thing. He sees him like a Trevor Lawrence, a bit overpaid, no proven substance. They did pay him early, but they had to because he was on their roster for so long they had to pay him.
I was about to say it was a different situation.
Yeah. The one thing is interceptions may not be his fault, but here's the thing. His completion percentage is just above 60%. He's like at 62%. So while the interceptions may not be totally on him, he has a lot of incompletions. And it's not like he's only throwing, very few times. He's well over 320 completions. So he's up there in like the average, quarterback completions for the season or the attempts. So his completion percentage has to get better because when it does come down to these big games, that's where it can break them. They're going to be in the playoffs, looks like, at least at a wild card. And yeah, they did what they did against Dallas last year, but there's moments where you'd be like kicking yourself. Like he has those outstanding moments, and kind of like Trevor Lawrence, he has those moments where you'd be like, yeah, I wish you could have that one back. On the other side, let's talk about the guy I was talking about at the top of that list, Kirk Cousins. So as of right now, even though with their slump they got going on, the Falcons are sticking with the now their Pro Bowl high-priced quarterback, even though they're sitting right at treading water at 6-6, in a division that no one seems to really want to win. Atlanta 6-6, Tampa Bay 6-6, and then you got New Orleans and who else in the South down there? I don't even. Oh, the Panthers. My bad. You seen a little resurgence from my man Bryce Young. Who knew? But have we seen all we need to see out of Kirk? Or is this the same old Kirk?
No, I think you need to let him finish out the season.
Mm-hmm.
You paid for him.
Yep.
And two, there's no point of rushing Penix in there. Like let that man get, do what he got to do. Okay. If you look at, and I hate to say it like this, but if you look at Kirk Cousins' track record, an injury is probably coming soon. Like I said, that's fucked up, but I mean, it's the reality.
True.
An injury is coming soon. So let's just go ahead and let that man play out. I hope he doesn't. It's not me saying I hope he gets injured. No, I hope he doesn't get injured. But it's like, what's the point? What are you rushing him back? What are you trying to switch over for? Just let the man play out his contract.
I was never one of the people that when Atlanta picked up Kirk Cousins was like, oh shit, here comes Super Bowl. Right. Like a lot of them said, I thought they had a good team, which I still do think they have a good team. Right. But it didn't. The math wasn't math to me, especially from what I've seen. And then it's even more evident this year because Minnesota didn't drop the ball. They're doing pretty good right now. So was it a him effect, or was it the fact that they were coached very well and had a team put there? So that's what I think you're seeing more than anything else. Still can't down Kirk Cousins because he has the greatest agent probably of all time. So, it's not like he's losing. If this is what losing looks like,
right,
I want to be a loser. So that's what you're kind of looking at a Kirk Cousins thing. I don't think this is anything that's going to knock him because at the end of the day, he's paid. And that's what he's been all throughout. He's always bet on himself to get to that contract. He did it back with at the time. What was that? Were you the Redskins at the time?
The Redskins at the time.
Okay, so think about that. You've had two name switches since last time he was there, and this man was betting for his life on franchise tags back to back, then to go off, and then once again get paid again.
Minnesota gave him fully guaranteed. Yeah, man. And
he's been winning for some time. Yeah,
come on, man.
Hey, correction, Earl. It's not a injury. Injuries have never really been a thing of Kirk Cousins, believe it or not. He's actually played every game. He only missed one game in 2019. He played 15 games. Last year was when he got injured, with the whole Achilles thing. But besides that, he's been healthy every season. So injury's not coming. Interception is what's coming. And that's what happens. So you can bet your ass.
13 right now.
That's fair.
Hey, y'all do y'all picks every game, and put something on it. Put something on it that he gonna throw a goddamn interception at the worst possible.
I don't touch Cousins.
Yeah. I mean, look, if there was a prop bet for that, if you can bet on the interceptions because it's coming. And so I think someone in the chat was saying, if they're out of contention, go ahead and put Penix in. I wouldn't. Just, like to Earl's point, put them out. And I would say, if anything, maybe start Penix like the last game of the season, a la what they did at the end of the run with Alex Smith in Kansas City, and they started Patrick Mahomes like that last game of his rookie season. Not saying that Michael Penix is going to be him. I'm just saying you get him that, his feet wet. There you go. Cool. Come off next season. Because if you're out of contention, you're probably going to, and if they keep losing, you're probably going to get a top 15 pick, if not higher. Shit. They need defensive players. There you go.
And here's the thing. Maybe Atlanta was already betting on that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right. See, it was the media sitting back leaning it towards, hey, this is gonna be a team in contention and all that type of stuff with Kirk Cousins coming there and all these people around him. But a lot of people laughed when they got Penix Jr., but maybe they already knew, hey, I just want a vet that we can bring here. Yeah, we're gonna pay him some money to get him here and everything, but everybody's gonna be talking about us. Meanwhile, we're gonna be developing Penix Jr., and he's going to be our starter sooner than later.
Yep.
And maybe that was really their plan.
Aren't these the same media pundits that gave Detroit hell for drafting Jahmyr Gibbs so high? If I'm correct, remember when they made that? Or the same people who gave the Chargers hell when they drafted Joe Alt, even though they already had a left tackle.
And the Gibbs joint, and the Gibbs joint is mainly on the sense of, oh, they already have a
right.
One should have that problem.
Facts. You're getting guys like Panay Sewell and these guys. They draft. Let them build their team. This is why there are people that are considered coaches and people who just their job is to critique what they do. I guess kind of what we do. But again, we see it. We can see it.
You say critique.
Critique.
You're gonna critique.
It is an expensive one, Gary. I do give you that.
It is.
But the buzz was there.
Yeah.
That buzz brings in money down there. At the end of the day, if you're not winning, at least get the money in. That's the Cowboys rule.
Yep.
That's Cowboys. Like, all right, we ain't winning, but we getting that money.
Let's go to a team that's not getting any money, and I know they got to be. I don't even think they're kicking themselves because I keep seeing stories week after week to the point now I think the owner is just about to lose his whole goddamn mind. The Jets, man, oh man, if y'all can have that shit back.
Man,
where Mike White at? I know they wish they had Mike White or one of them. Gosh almighty, that is you talking about a this is a comedy of errors. You talk, man.
Hey, let me say this before you go into your breakdown.
Somebody.
Because I heard this rumor out there. I swear to God, Giants, if you dare let this motherfucker come on over there. Like, I saw a thing talking about Rodgers and Devontae Adams.
No. I'm done.
Being a deal to come.
I'll be done.
I will not be a fan that season.
I will be done.
Realize, I don't care what happens. I will not be. I will not wear anything. I will not talk about the Giants at all.
I'm not spending my hard-earned money.
I will be a football fan.
I am done.
Period.
I am done.
Because that'll be bullshit. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would be absolutely done.
Clear case. This has to be a clear case, Dave, of when keeping it real goes wrong. When Devontae Adams decided, hey, I want to go and play the Jets. What the fuck you with me? Man.
Oh my God.
You had all these other places that you could have went. And you went to the Jets to play. What? It's have we
be
seen
like brother, that's what brother,
that's people that you heard about before he got there, you don't even hear about no more. Nobody's talking Sauce Gardner no more. Right. Nobody's talking Brees. Like, what
he's out with an injury.
But even when he was there, it was like, who's on the team? Come on, man. Like, it's
this is the funny part, and this must is the AFC this bad or top heavy? Because I saw a stat that says with a loss today to the Dolphins, the Jets will officially be eliminated from the playoffs. But for y'all eliminated them the moment that y'all signed Aaron Rodgers. I said at the beginning of the season in my rant, the moment y'all decided to bring in Aaron Rodgers, y'all were eliminated.
It wasn't even just about bringing in Aaron Rodgers. They mortgaged the team to him.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Yes. All the decisions to him. It's not like they just brought him in. They're like, here's the keys to the palace. Lead us away. And I was like, what is going on here?
Lead us to the ayahuasca. Like this shit is comedy. Like, God.
I'm not gonna play unless y'all get Lazard here. Like, what?
You've been better off if you got lasagna. Bullshit.
And bring him. I want my offensive coordinator. I want Lazard. I want Devontae Adams. Give me all that,
man.
Yeah, I don't.
Last year, the first year I wanted what's my man that ain't playing no more? The slot receiver the slot receiver that he had.
Yeah, the old one. The old one.
Yeah.
I want his old ass too. Like this
Cobb, yep.
Cobb.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Devontae Adams, man, has been like it's been this shit has to be equivalent to the shit he get after having that Taco Bell in his house. I need to see all those commercials. That's rough to watch, man. Like, because you have again, they're gonna say, well, they're gonna pivot on to, or they're gonna piggyback on to the fact that, hey, he's still one of the greatest quarterbacks played, which at his prime, yeah. But you talking about a fall from grace. He clearly did not go the route of what Brett Favre did. When Brett Favre left the Green Bay Packers and went on and had some success with Minnesota and a little bit with the Jets. He definitely didn't do, when Joe Montana left the 49ers, ended up playing in Kansas City, right? He ended up going to Kansas City. Had a little bit of success there. This ain't it for him, bro. Like, this is rough.
Gary, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was, man. It has to be. And the NFL is like, whatever. We just kept it going. And now they just made a clown show out of the Jets if they weren't one.
This is how you know the party yesterday into this morning was on overtime. I just realized the ice machine was we ain't turn on shit, bro. Like, oh god.
Oh my god, man.
We about
to get into these picks there. I just got one question. Do the Buffalo Bills have like some of the best or the best fans in the NFL by far? Y'all think? Because that game was insane last week. The amount of snow and the coldness up in Northwest New York or wherever that is up there. The fact that they paid them, they gave them $20 an hour, hot meals and everything else, to shovel out the stadium. Their new stadium is not a dome. That's just still open. Because they figure
they do that.
Yeah.
Realize, Jay knows this. Why would you put a cover on that stadium if you're going to play Miami in the playoffs?
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't keep that joint open.
And
that's home field advantage.
Up there for a Super Bowl anyway, so they're like, we don't need to do a dome. No one.
But I will say there's a lot of fanhoods like that. Like, think about it. Buffalo went to 4 straight chips and lost in a row, and you're still a fan. That's tough. We were talking about the Lions fanhood. That's tough.
Yeah.
We talk about Cleveland. If you say you're a diehard Cleveland fan, you're a fan. You're a fan, bro. Like, there's some fanhoods out there.
Yeah, and even then, though, like, they went to 4 Super Bowls. It's teams that never been to a Super Bowl. Like, the fact that they were actually, how hard it is for them to get to it, four straight with one of the best offenses ever. And now they got an offense now that's pretty damn good with a quarterback that he's just a beast, man. And they were out there, like, they played what the epitome of backyard football is. They just like kids out there. It started off no snow. By the end of the game, they doing snow angels. It's cold as shit up there. Mike McDaniel on the sideline looking like he about to freeze to death.
You know what I would do? You know what I would do? I would have made one of those domes with the opening on the top. That shit get the halftime we losing. I just open that bitch up.
Open it up. Open it up. Open it up.
Oh my God, man.
Absolutely not. Open it up.
I love to see it, man. It was enjoyable.
Are we playing this week? Oh yeah.
Yep,
Open that bitch up.
Open it up. Open it up.
It's going to be.
That's what I would do.
Man. They got I said they got a bit Buffalo themselves. They have a big game playing in Detroit, so that's going to be a really, really good game. But that home field advantage, from what I can tell, and Gary can probably speak to this, that home field advantage in Detroit is really big too. Yeah, man, you're seeing the revival of some fan bases, man. Detroit, Buffalo, Washington. It's cool, man. It's a cool time. But meanwhile, all the other teams are going back to sucking.
Hey, now.
That's the way you went about it, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. Before we get into our picks, let's make sure I got the graphic pulled up here this time. I don't think I loaded it up into the thing.
Hey now.
Let's make sure.
Put your game on.
Before we do that, though, let's go into while I'm doing that. Let's go ahead and see what you guys' picks look like this week. Let's go. Guys, I put something on it. Earl, Dave, y'all got it.
So I got a couple. These are straight. Don't do no alternates. It's a straight bets. So I have I have Alan Lazard, his first game back. And that is one of forget Devontae, forget Garrett Wilson. That is his favorite target. He's at 22.5. Bet it. Put something on it. Put something on it. But that's my one.
I thought you had like a.
Oh, I got a couple more. You want me to
go ahead? Nah, just roll with it.
Oh, let's see here. Let's go to that Cleveland game. I was trying to check the weather. But if the weather is decent, I got two in that game. I got Jerry Jeudy 69.5. Bet that. And then I also have David Njoku 46.5. Bet that.
Mm-hmm.
What you got there?
Anything else? I don't even have to pull it up.
Let me see. Let's go to Miami game. We just went off of that one. I go to the Bucks and Raiders. Oh, yes. Hold on. Here's another one. For receivers, I got I got Jacoby White getting 63.5.
Okay.
I like it.
You good?
Fair enough. So let's put something on it. Y'all ready to get into some picks? Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. All right, Dave with the big 12-1. Good week.
Dave was 12-1.
12-1.
Hey! Count that down, bro. I had some good bagels. Had some pizza.
Nah, they was doing some shit. I was watching him playing with the Excel sheet.
All right.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Hey!
I ain't gonna say nothing, but all right.
I make these things right.
Oh man. Let's get right into it, man. Our first game.
What was it? Wait, you ain't put the records up.
I did. Wait till you just
shit. My bad.
Wow, bro.
My bad.
Wow.
What was my record? I ain't see it. Because I was looking at these bets. I'm sorry.
11-2 last week.
So you feel me, Jay?
11-2 last week.
Jay saying it too.
It was all off the bagels and the pizza, baby.
Bullshit. Bullshit. You said what was my record, Shawn?
11-2 last week. 11-2.
Oh, 11. Oh, okay.
See, that was bullshit.
Yeah.
You can't call mine bullshit because I've been consistent the whole year. I've been consistent the whole year.
Jets and Dolphins, man.
They playing at home?
Dolphins playing at home, and with a loss today, the Jets will officially be out of the playoffs.
What's the weather? What's the weather looking like in Miami?
I mean, it's probably unseasonably warm, so I got Dolphins either way. No,
I got the Dolphins.
They need a good bounce back from last week. They can warm up a little bit.
Oh shit, Malik on time. He said defend, Joe.
What?
Yeah. Keep this momentum.
My pick, he ain't supposed to do that.
Jay said like
usually gotta.
Jay said like 70. So that's what.
Oh yeah. Then Miami.
Yeah, he said 70.
Shit, what's his name? Probably gonna go for 60, 70 yards a day. Tariq. He just had a baby too. Yep.
I like it. Ain't that like his 19th kid or some shit like that? I don't know.
Damn, bro. That's what we doing?
I don't know.
That's what we out here doing?
I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. You do got a lot of kids, though. It's a lot. I'm saying. Falcons at Vikings. A kind of a coming home game for Kirk Cousins. Viking quiet as kept. You know, they're 10-2, man. You know, they pretty good squad, bro. Pretty good squad.
I got a Vikings.
Yeah, I got Vikings in this case. You think we'll see Daniel Jones play today?
That's what we do. That's what we do.
I'm serious. Maybe he's gonna play.
I'm gonna go against the grain. I got Atlanta.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Also, quiet as kept. Even though as good as they are, I saw a report that they said Sam Darnold and the Vikings, they hadn't really discussed the deal. I don't know if he realized this might just only been as a 1-year thing, brother. They got a quarterback. I don't think they. Yeah, if he was hoping to cash in, he just happened to fall in a good place. So that's going to help him maybe in the off season for some teams. They might be willing to dip their toe into it, but
Falcons got something to win for, so I think they're gonna win it there.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Gary has Atlanta.
Yeah. Saints at Giants. A game that I know you guys are hoping that you lose.
Got the Saints.
Yeah, I'm a Saints fan today. Yeah.
Oh man, I got.
You can't see our whole squad is on injured reserve.
Yo, you know this crazy because I just looked at the damn roster on FanDuel, and I ain't seen none of our wide receivers up there. So hopefully they get in the hint. Just run the ball, let Tracy get what he get, and then cool.
They put Neighbors on the IR too.
He ain't on the list yet.
Oh yeah,
I'll wait till about 12:00.
Yeah, man, that's rough, bro. Rough.
What's the point?
No, I know. Right now it's hurting in his soul, man. Like that young man's like, I ain't leave LSU for this shit. That's rough.
Yes, he did because LSU was trash.
So. Panthers at Eagles. We got a resurgence. And Bryce Young. I said Saints.
Oh, okay.
You ain't go for your second favorite team?
Nah, I got they look, man. Look, they mailing it in, brother. They mailing that shit in. You look. I wouldn't be surprised if you get like a breaking news. They done sent my man home, but they ain't gonna do it. Not in the beginning.
Everybody Saints, Gary.
Yeah. Panthers at Eagles.
Got the Eagles.
Eagles in this game.
Yeah, the Eagles.
But Bryce Young, man, he seemed like he turned the corner.
I don't think it's gonna be no walk in the park. Just like I said last week when they was going against what was it? Who was it? Tampa Bay.
Who? My Panthers?
Yeah.
No, they were playing. Was it Tampa Bay last week? Because the week before it was Kansas City.
No, last week because I remember, and when we was talking,
yeah.
I remember Jay asked me what's the spread, and I was like, it was at 6.5, and I was like, yo, I'm scared about that because they fighting. I don't remember who they was playing, but I don't think it's gonna be no walk in the park. But I still think the Eagles gonna win.
Yeah, it's Let me see if I can pull that.
Everybody Philly.
Yeah, we got Philly on that one there. They played last. It's all weird.
I can tell you. My bad.
Yeah, Tampa Bay. They lost in overtime. Yep, and then they lost by 3 to Kansas. 2 games that they probably should have won.
Yeah, that Kansas City was.
That's wild. They interesting.
You tried 3 times. You know what happened on the 3rd try.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
but I ain't taking that bet. But
oh man, Browns at Steelers. Part of my graphic there. I had an extra parentheses.
Yeah, I fucks with Jameis, yo. Jameis all right with me, bro.
He threw that pick though.
I don't know.
Yeah,
he fucked me up because all I needed was this motherfucker to throw for 500. This stupid motherfucker threw for 497.
Ooh, okay, Gary.
497.
I'm with Gary on this one. It's a divisional game.
Yeah, not at home, bro. Not at home.
I'm gonna go with Cleveland.
Still, not at home, and I'm not going against the 7-5. You disrespectful, bro.
What?
You going against hometown, bro?
Man, look.
At home
game.
At home, dog. Against Jameis Winston.
These Cleveland Browns they get feisty at times, man, and that they still got a defense, bro. And the offense is actually moving. So if it's one of those Jameis games where he just like last week up until that interception happened, you know how they go, man. Next thing you can look up and he throwing for 400.
I hear you disrespectful, bro.
I'm saying. I ain't like Mike Thomas. Sometimes though he wins more times he loses, but sometimes if you making those decisions, I'm like, bro, why? Yeah, I got Cleveland. Raiders at Buccaneers. Yeesh. Bucks.
I got the Bucks.
Got the Bucks.
I got the Bucks.
Raiders trying to secure this Shadua. This Shadua pick.
Hey, calm that down.
I mean, either y'all got Shadua or Cam, one of the two. I would think.
My first pick is Shador.
Fair enough. You think the atmosphere in Vegas is crazy now? Well, you get a Sanders in that building, that joint's gonna be up. I tell you. Let's see what we got here.
We got the Bucks.
Jags at Titans. I'm glad Trevor Lawrence is okay.
This is a struggle game, but he ain't playing.
Yeah, I know. He's on IR. Stop with all the nonsense, all the fake outrage about the hits and stuff. Brother, we ain't gonna act like we ain't see all those goddamn hits from back in the day when Cass was getting like ecleated. you know, I still remember Joe Theismann leg falling off after he got hit by LT. Just saying, you can't just watch that from my memory. So, I got who's the backup quarterback in
Mac
Jacksonville?
Jones.
Oh, it's up there.
Mac Jones.
Yeah, I got Tennessee.
It's Titans, buddy.
Yeah, I got Tennessee. Has it ever been this many first round picks be backups and they playing all in the same season? Like, think about all these backup quarterbacks that were first round picks recently, and they all have like gone by the wayside. Mac Jones there.
Gary, man, you just keep on picking these Jags, man. Gary, let's talk, bro.
Yeah.
Let it go, Gary.
No, friends, don't let your friends pick the Jaguars. Here you go. Seahawks. Divisional game as well. I want to pick Seattle, man, but maybe sometime. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals on this.
Before we go in on this, real quick, because we didn't discuss it. Think they made a mistake of getting rid of Pete Carroll? Okay, I was just asking.
Nah, Pete is old.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. I'm just wondering.
Pete should got fired after that Super Bowl, guys, man.
Now that
yeah.
would have been a reactionary move. That would have been a check. But
I don't think they know what their identity is, man. Like
at all, bro.
They don't know who they are. Like they really don't.
I have the Cardinals.
Yeah, they have an identity crisis, and as much as I love Geno, quarterback there, like he's a quarterback. That's it.
Who did y'all have for that one?
I got the Cardinals. I got the Cardinals this week.
I have the Seahawks.
All
right. What's up, Sid? I know. It's my brother.
Say what up, bro?
What it do?
Sid went to that Dallas-Washington game. Was out there acting up, trolling. You talking about 7-5? He's out there trolling the hell out of Commanders fans, man. Like I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Please don't let one of these folks swing on my brother and have to roll down there real quick. Oh Lord, it was hilarious though. It was hilarious. Bills at Rams. This is going to be a feisty game. Rams be feisty and they lingering about. I don't know who their receivers are outside of Puka, and I think Puka should be playing. I think Cooper Kupp playing as well. Maybe, I don't know. They be injured a lot. Either way, I got the Bills.
Got the Bills.
Oh, that's got the Bills. Shout out again to the 757 legend Ronald Curry being the quarterback coach up in Buffalo, which is pretty dope.
What it do, said?
Who you got? Earl?
I'm still waiting on.
Oh, I didn't know I was muted. My bad. I said the Bills.
Yeah. I see
All right,
Mount
what up,
Bills.
bro?
I'm like, he's the Bills. Oh, okay. Let's see. Bears at Niners. Yeesh.
Yeah, this is a struggle game.
Everybody got the
Honestly,
Bills.
49, bro.
I got the Bears.
I do too.
Word?
Yeah, man.
Yep.
That offense is a tough watch.
Yep.
Y'all got the Bears after they just fired. Never mind. Go ahead.
You heard what I just said.
I got the 49ers.
Yeah.
All right.
Got the 49ers, bro.
Bears still got a defense. 49ers got a mash unit.
The 49ers got injuries. But I hear you.
They do. They do. And
they have to win today. So
yeah,
Gotcha.
that's
this is why I'm in the lead, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
man, hey. Yeah, whatever. I think in the chat, I think we got everybody else on Niners. Looks like Jay and Gary.
I'm waiting for Malik.
Malik, what you got?
Yeah, Malik, I was just giving you some kudos earlier, bro. Oh, there you go. All right, see, there you go.
All right.
I'm with it. Yeah.
Good shit, Malik.
Oh shit. I don't know. In this league, Malik ain't doing so. I might switch my pick. Malik don't pay attention to these picks. You know what I mean? He said that for the money.
Game of the week, I think. Chargers I got the Chargers. I believe in Jim.
I got the Chargers also.
Yeah,
And I got the Chiefs.
Getting lucky week after week.
Bro, I'm good. They're at home too. I got the Chiefs. Y'all are bugging. Y'all are absolutely bugging.
Man.
Shit, McConkey fucking banged up. You can't trust Quentin Johnson or whatever his name is. Motherfucker can't catch a cold. Y'all are bugging.
Now I'm looking at the defense.
Dobbins is on IR. Man, go ahead. Y'all stay with the Chiefs and don't change our picks either. Change shit.
Going to Chargers. Chargers.
Give me the Chiefs.
Chargers.
My bad, Patty Mahomes for their disrespect.
No.
The other fucking goat.
You be so upset sometimes.
Yeah, man. You think they're his team or something? Malik, where
Matter
you at?
of fact, this is how confident I am. If they win, give yourself an extra dub for this week.
Don't be disrespectful, bro.
Nah, I'm dead. So why y'all ain't taking it? And then if I win, give me an extra dub.
Why would you get an extra dub if they're the favorites? That
Right.
would make no sense.
But y'all confident that they're gonna win?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, that's why we're betting on them.
the
But
Chargers.
why would we give you the extra dub for the team that's
Just
supposed
say
to
if
win?
you scared,
Right.
just say you scared. Y'all just if you're scared, just say you scared.
If you believe in your pick, you just
We
leave
don't.
it at us getting extra.
We're gonna revisit this. We're gonna revisit this conversation later this evening, buddy.
Malik, did he pick?
I think Lily did.
Malik, you killing me, dog.
He put an emoji in it.
Right.
Who is the emojis, sir? Who is the emojis? Circle back. We get some. Bengals and Cowboys.
Bengals.
Yeah. Bengals. Eesh. How do these motherfuckers continue to get primetime games? I don't understand it. How? You mean to tell me you can flex this
Definitely
game?
should be a flex. Definitely
Yes,
should be a flex.
Yes. How the hell? I know Peyton and Eli got to be on this. Be like, bruh, this. I'll make sure I'm watching their broadcast this week because I know they gonna be like, what the hell are we watching right now? Like, gosh, it's horrible. The crazy part is if Dallas ends up getting embarrassed, they still won't fire Mike McCarthy. They'll just be like, meh, guys.
Waiting on Earl. He looking up something.
I got the Bengals.
Yeah.
And going into our week 15. Week 15. Man, this season went by fast. Week 15 Thursday night football matchup. Rams at 49ers. I got the Rams in this game. I think the Niners are in the midst of their season is probably over, man. The way it's looking.
Yeah, I got the Rams.
Yeah.
I think now this is going to be the point to where this may determine what type of contract they end up tendering to
Purdy.
Yeah. Like I don't think, man. It looks like I don't think they just really sold on him like that.
Let him go and Purdy can come to the Giants. I'm cool with that.
And he's showing that he's not a system guy, man. Like he's a good quarterback. He benefited.
That doesn't mean that we don't pick a quarterback. It just gives you a little bit of cushion. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, that's a good.
I'm still Shador. I'm still Cam, but go ahead and pick Purdy.
Yeah, bring him on over.
Let him chill.
Be a serviceable guy. You know.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna pay him. If they don't, somebody's gonna pay him. At the end of the day. So that's all they got at this point.
So if they let Purdy walk, then what happens with their quarterback situation?
Don't know, man. Don't know. At this point now, they just drop people. Who's their backup?
Sam Darnold. They gonna get Sam Darnold.
You gonna go back and get him again? Get him back. You know what? That could be interesting.
You already know the system. He was already on there.
Yep, he knows the system. He went up in Minnesota, who they are playing a similar system there. That would kind of make sense. You know, he's resuscitated his career a bit in Minnesota. I can see it happening.
And then still don't have to pay him a bunch.
Yeah.
And still be able to play your players around them.
They still got a bunch of holes though. They still need a tackle. They don't have that many picks either.
Who the 49ers?
Yeah, they need a tackle, man. They need offensive line, period. Like
they just banged up.
Trent Williams is 37, bro.
But he's still productive, bro.
Yeah, but you can't be productive if you ain't on the field.
Hey.
And he's the best offensive lineman that they got. After that, I don't even know the rest of those guys' names, to be honest. I really don't. I want to know too. We can Yep. Look, bro, be holding our feet to the fire for sure. We'll be back this week, man. You know,
it's Shawn because it's fucking job, yo.
Fucking job.
Goddamn job. And you still ain't tell me where I ain't gonna say a couple of you, but you still ain't tell me where they located at in Jersey. So let me know.
Okay, I'll tell you. Dang,
and congratulations to you on this job, but goddamn, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Fuck them bills, bro. Fuck them bills. Podcast, man.
All right, man.
Right.
You've been getting pressured by too many people, bro.
I have. I'm sorry. We'll be back this week, man. I promise.
Stop partying. Besides mine.
All right.
Oh my God, man. No,
nobody told you to be. Are they telling you to work on the weekend or on these days, or you just like, nah, you know what? I got some extra time.
Turning it into the pod.
I got some extra time, y'all. You know, I could come in.
No, I made those decisions. I told you, man. Look, hey, I'm about the numbers. Hey, you know, it's cool. What we doing? We'll be back this week. I know we got a lot to talk about. So yeah, man. Anything else you can get off your chest? I feel like you had a lot to say today.
I'll be having podcasts on my drive home. You'll be talking to myself and shit. Like, this is what I would have said. You know what I'm saying?
You got notes for like 3 weeks.
Oh yeah. I'll be playing the music, the intros and all that shit, man. Shit. Fuck, man.
We'll be back this week. I promise, man. We'll be back this week. New episode. Yeah, the cash.
We gonna be on the pod. He gonna be like, "Yo, so you hear about the Drake Kendrick battle?"
Yeah, bro. That shit happened a month ago, bro.
Oh man, it's all right.
We were talking about this 2 weeks ago, but you know, the fuck.
Oh man, sorry, man. I'm sorry. We be back. Man. I gotta look. You know how much premium gas is to put in my car now?
Did we even talk about the election? It's been out. Like, did we talk about?
I think Donald Trump did win. I think, right? Oh my God.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh man. I see, man. We'll see you guys this week. Oh God. Oh, that's not it. I can't even do the clip right. That was
look at you. Look at you.
On. That's why, bro.
Happy.